Hello there, John Siddique here from Authentic Living. Today's video is a meditation that was recorded on a yoga and meditation retreat recently. It's just an audio, so I've placed a nice picture over it, and it's just 20 minutes. It's a practice that you can use once you've done your asana practice. So the whole point behind it is that by kind of doing your physical practice, you've processed things in the body, you're nice and warm, and you have the feeling of life very clear to you in the body. So it's to kind of take that on to the next step, really kind of going into the true meaning of the word yoga, which means kind of like the union between, the physical life and the life inside, the spiritual that we are, or the spirit that we are, the living spirit. So I hope you really, really enjoy it. In terms of preparation, you could do this meditation sitting like this. You could put your hands on your knees like I tend to do, or you can have your hands kind of more sort of Zen-like, like a Buddha, if you feel like that. Or you can lie down, and most people are quite surprised when they come to my retreats and classes that I'm okay with people lying down. But actually, if you need to lie down, you need to lie down. Sometimes sitting like this is too difficult for the body, especially if we're not used to it. I've been doing this for, it's 40 years next year since I started meditating, so that's quite ridiculous. Even though my hips don't work in certain directions, they're very used to being like this, and it's not meant to be an assault course. I know that sometimes we go on meditation retreat and things like that, and it's treated like a kind of an assault against the body. That's not how we do things. So be comfortable, lie down if you need to. The danger, of course, of lying down is that you might go to sleep, and then it's just a case of being honest with yourself. If you go to sleep because you're tired, then that's wonderful. If you go to sleep because you're spacing out, or because you're avoiding something in your life, then that gives us an opportunity to find awareness and to bring love there. That's what that's for. So if something is difficult, if something is painful, then and we kind of space out or zone out away from it, or we notice our kind of deflective tendencies or our fragility around it, then that's something that's asking for love. And so it's not cut off from us, and it's not pushed away, and it's not ignored. We just kind of begin to kind of ask the simple question from surrender of, how can I meet this with love? But this is just meant to be a beautiful, simple meditation, just an opportunity to sit, to become aware of the breath, to feel the life force in the body, which is the ground of your being, and just to kind of dwell in that, and that's all this is for. So I hope you find it useful. It was recorded live on retreat, like I said, and so there's some air conditioning noise. You might occasionally hear somebody moving about or something like that as well, but just allow that to be part of everything. Just be here with what is. Bless you. Thank you. So if you'll just let yourselves be as much as you can right now. Close your eyes if you're closing your eyes. So you've been practicing really beautifully. And you can feel that practice in your body. Just be aware of where you are right now. Aware of the time of day. Aware of the room that you're in. Aware of the people around you. And notice the state of your mind. And the beautiful thing here is the noticing. Noticing if you are judgmental or critical when you notice your mind, thinking that it should be otherwise. But we can only be where we are right now. However that is, this is where we begin. And so we lovingly accept the state of our mind as it is right now. We just accept. We don't try and stop the mind or push it away. And the same for our emotions. Just notice your emotional tone. If there's any worries or any excitements, whether your emotions are fast and fluttery, whether there's a solid emotional tone, whether there's an absence of emotion where you would imagine there would be. And just the same, noticing that you notice the flow of emotion. Notice that it's not your mind that is noticing. That there is something in you that comes before the emotion. Not trying to change how we feel, but just meeting how we feel in this moment. And your beautiful bodies, your wonderful bodies. You can feel your feet on the floor, your legs, your buttocks, your spine rising up from the buttocks, mid-back, shoulders, neck, back of the head, top of the head, sides of the head, forehead, face, eyes. Let your forehead be soft. Let your eyes be soft. Let your jaw especially be soft. Let go of trying to meditate, of any idea of achievement here, but just resting a little more into yourself. Upper chest, whole chest, checking in with your abdomen, and it will tell you so much. Reproductive organs, the whole body. Nothing left out. And we notice the breath in the body. Notice how the breath is moving your body If the mind has got a lot of content moving, just let it move. Just allow yourself not to be caught too much with it. The breath breathes the body. Perhaps at the abdomen, perhaps at the chest. Noticing the quality of the breath. Noticing if you're trying to change your breath in any way. Just letting your awareness touch the breath. Perhaps you begin to notice that you can feel a space at the top of the breath and at the end of the breath. That there's a gap there. Notice how the mind continues. Notice how the emotions continue. Perhaps you can begin to notice that thoughts arise from silence and pass away into silence. And as they pass, like cars on the motorway, they project onto the screen of your consciousness. And that we have a tendency to pick them up. Certain ones, perhaps about our identity or stories that we have about who we are. Certain thoughts trigger the emotional cycle, and we feel. And we're not trying to change this. We just notice that there is something in us that comes before this, that is aware of this movement. We're aware of our breath. We're aware of the movement of the mind, aware of the movement of the emotions, aware of our 5 senses operating. You're aware of your clothes against your skin. You're aware of the air in your nostrils, the sounds of the room and my voice in your ears, the light coming in through your closed eyelids, the taste that is in your mouth right now. And the mind processes this information and we just notice that movement. And your awareness deepens. And if something does come up, if something suddenly throws you into mind again or into time again, just returning to the breath, not trying to push it away, but just acknowledging what has happened without judgment or criticism. There is nothing to get back to, no experience to have, only your life in this very moment. If there's pain in the body, or there's restlessness because of sitting, simply acknowledging that restlessness, allowing yourself to move to a more comfortable position if you need to. Allowing yourself to be what you need. And perhaps you notice the layer of the mind that is judgmental and critical, perhaps towards other people, most often towards ourselves. Notice that you can notice it. Or if there's a pain in the body, or something that the mind holds on to, notice that you notice it. And rather than trying to push it away, say hello to it. Not drawing it towards us, but just simply acknowledging that that is there. Perhaps now you can feel the energy of life in your body. Just the subtle feeling of life in the body. You may feel life in you as heat, as vibration, as energy. Allow yourself to rest in that feeling of life. Notice how the life of you comes before the mind, that the mind arises from the life. That it comes before the emotions, before the senses. We're not pushing anything away or changing anything. We're simply resting within ourselves. Notice that you are fully here in this room, fully present. And you feel the source of life that is in every cell of your body and your being. Perhaps it expresses as light, as energy. But allow yourself to recognize yourself at this level. This is your true beauty. Recognize your true beauty. How it is not limited by mind, by emotion, by your status, by your nationality, by your wealth, by your education. Bright, alive and beautiful. And you are doing nothing to create yourself. You are life itself. You are absolutely necessary for this universe. You are life. Traditionally, this place is called the witnessing consciousness. It is not something that you have to achieve. It is not something that you can do. It simply is who you are. And as our practice grows, we can allow our outer life to align more with this truth of who we are. By transcending, by being the love and the life that we are. You are present at every moment of your life. And perhaps you can even feel a space around this truth of you. Knowing, recognizing, and this space is the space that is in all things. The space in your life. The space in the room. The space in all beings. The space in the whole universe from which life and being arise. This is who you are. You are not a doing. You are life. May this practice be for your highest benefit. And by being for your highest benefit, may it be for the benefit of all beings. Thank you.